So no regrets. I envy those who live without regrets, who repeat mantras like, do everything, regret nothing. Because I, if you haven't guessed, regret absolutely everything. For example, 1987. I regret calling the paperboy Specky Four Eyes. And I also regret when trying to escape said Specky Four Eyes' angry grasp, discovering that my rally burner was no match for a car. And that my skull was no match for mean Wood Avenue. I regret shortly after being in hospital with a fractured skull and being unable to watch The Abominable Snowman. I regret the time when I was 9 and I sent my best friend Simon's ex-girlfriend a love note. She looked like an 8-year-old Lethal Weapon 2 era Patsy Kensit. A love note which she tore up and threw in my face. I was gutted. I regret the time I fooled around with the hardest kid in school's girlfriend. We were 10, we didn't even kiss. But this made no difference to the hardest kid in school. And once I didn't get my first kiss, I got my first punch, and my second, and my third, and my fourth. And then I passed out, so my counting may not be accurate. I regret the time when I was too young to know that my teacher was being wholly inappropriate. And if I'd known any better, I would have quit woodwork and told my mother. I regret the time when me and my friends decided that wearing a VW badge around your neck like Mike D out of the Beastie Boys was a good idea. This led to a 300 badge collection, which when discovered led to 6 months in detention, which inevitably led to my mother saying those words we all dread to hear. We're not angry, we're just disappointed. I regret the time when I was 18 and travelling with my then younger girlfriend and family, and I proclaimed to her father, if you buy me 200 cigarettes, wait for it, it cannot go well. If you buy me 200 cigarettes, I won't sleep with your daughter on the first night. Now trust me, not how it sounded in my head, but exactly how it came out of my mouth. I regret the time I expanded my horizons to pharmaceutical distribution, which led my headmaster reducing my horizons to expulsion, which inevitably led to my mother saying those words yet again, we're not angry, we're just disappointed. And she was right, they weren't angry, they were fucking livid. I regret smashing all those windows with my friends. We called it fun. The police called it criminal damage. I regret kissing Tracy Greenwood without moving my mouth. I just didn't know any better. In fact, I also regret kissing the red-headed Canadian girl without moving my mouth. I still didn't know any better. And now as an adult, the regret continues. I say the regret because otherwise you'd think it was the not moving my mouth kissing. It's just a regret. But not... It's terrible. But now the regrets are slightly bigger. Now as an adult, I regret things like the big M didn't work. I regret that we didn't see eye to eye on kids. I regret that after all those years, we chose not to communicate. And oh, I regret how ugly it ended. Most of all, I regret that at 34 years old, I'm still disappointing my mother. Because she wasn't angry, but she was definitely disappointed. Alas, to add to this pile of regrets, I regret the end of this poem. Because you saw it coming a mile off. Because it's the ending where I tell you that despite all these regrets, I don't regret the lessons they've taught me. Because of course, after all, my only true regret would be to have learnt nothing.
The icy streets often avoided or a challenge as we dance the periphery of yesterday's puddles. We don't shy away from the daily grind, we embrace it. Choose the opportunities